attack people. And they set up al-Qaeda agents and double agents. Al-Qaeda's used everywhere. They're used to be blamed for attacks here, to take our liberties. They're used to attack everybody as proxies. And here it is in the news. Bush, 5 years ago, put out an announcement on the White House website. Why? Because the military wasn't going to do this. There was a big fight in the Pentagon over this. They're like, you got Anwar al-Awlaki hanging out in here. He's a double agent. You got Adam Perlman, the Jewish kid who's the commander of al-Qaeda. Everybody knows that's fake. Uploading videos in the Pentagon's own format. The al-Qaeda logo with the Pentagon front group's own logo and the same video layer. They're uploading it. The guy takes the beard off at night. It's even a fake beard. You can see it's a fake beard. It's all a complete joke. I can't handle it anymore. And I'm the traitor. I'm the Batman because I have a brain. I know what's going on. I don't even have to have a brain. This is all admitted now. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. The Pentagon 5 years ago is you're going to fund 4 terror groups, 3 of them al-Qaeda, 1 of them Kurdish, to attack Iranians, the same people that have been killing our troops in Iraq. We're not going to do it. We want public letters saying arm them in Iraq and send them into Iran. And they actually said, okay, you want it public? Boom. See, that's the tactic. The troops are having mutinies. It came out 6, 7 years ago over having to grow the opium and load it on C-130s. And having to fly Taliban out to safety into Pakistan, as I said in Road to Tyranny, 10 years old to start the next war into Pakistan, which they're calling for open war with Pakistan now to fight al-Qaeda. It'd be like if I wanted to take your house in drug forfeiture, I'd just throw cocaine over your back fence and then come take your house. They caught the police in Seattle doing that and owning over half the bars now. They'll sell drugs to another cop in your bathroom and then take your bar and then let cops run it. Same deal. You just, I want to invade your country? Al-Qaeda. This pen in my hand is Al-Qaeda. I just drop it in your country. Oh, Al-Qaeda's there. I'm going to attack you. Oh, Al-Qaeda's attacking America. We're going to take all your rights here. Oh, but we're going to use Al-Qaeda to take over your country. Oh, but now Al-Qaeda works for us. But separately, we got to take your rights because Al-Qaeda. And so the Pentagon said, we're not going to do this. And so they said, okay, we'll just go public. So when the troops wouldn't grow the opium, they just had them all come on the news, and the troops were all standing there going, you grow the opium now. They're like, yeah, under orders. See, it's okay. And look, Jack Bauer tortures on TV, so it's okay for you to torture. Good guys do that now. Of course, when you get caught doing it, we're going to put you in prison. See, it's all psychological warfare to just get you to accept pure evil, pure craziness, pure corruption. Al-Qaeda works for the globalists, period. I have a couple sources who have worked inside of a FEMA camp training center. And they now admit they've trained the military for domestic operations, of course, and civilian inmate labor camp operators. And, of course, that's even been in the Wall Street Journal now. But they've really increased the security. They bug their eyes out at everyone that comes into the camp to do work. And it's just all part of this delusion by the criminals and by the camp workers that everyone is a terrorist. It's this crazed delusion that terrorists are under every table and you can't trust the public. And that delusion has been given to you because you're actually the bad guys. But that's how it works in history. You got to know Nazis, when their camps were clandestine in the late 30s before they started becoming public, we're walking around bugging their eyes at locals that were, mowing their yard next to the camp or driving by or working on base. And we've got the name of the base, a lot of intel. I talked to the guy late last night. I've talked to him before. I checked with his sources. I have another source there. And then I kind of just sent an email to Kurt Nimmo, who did an article this morning on it. And that's up at Infowars.com with some of the photos. We're going to get some more photos, but they're not sure about us posting them all because they might identify who they are. So we didn't. They're going to send us more that they're sure of that we can show. But that article is up on Infowars.com right now. Source exposes FEMA training camp in Missouri. So disgusting. And he talks about foreign troops on the base that are training the MPs for riot control and cracking Americans' heads with batons. And they've got what he believes is a rendition torture room. They've got facilities to put people in the hole there. And you can see the little the little buildings where they have the individual cells that have barbed wire around them individually. If you blow that photo up right there, you can see there's barbed wire facing both directions on the outside, and then barbed wire fences facing both directions around each little building. And it's a sprawling compound. These guys kind of got shook up after, well, I can't even tell the whole story. In fact, I can't even tell you everything they saw because it would give away who they are. It's bad, though. Man, this country's in so much trouble. All you people that have been living in denial out there, you're going to wake up later. The only question is, will it be too late? It's so sick. 30,000, most of them armed drones. Fox News was showing it a few years ago. It looks like a flying saucer. It's got a big turbine in it. Some of them are about 10 feet wide, some are about 4 feet. And it's got these taser cannons they shoot at people. It's like the taser shotgun, but it shoots it at, there's not wires attached to it. It's a self-contained shocker. And this drone flies up and face scans you and then shouts orders at you to get down on the ground. And then if you don't, it fires shotgun tasers at you. And it also shows them firing gas at people, tear gas. And, of course, that's just to get you ready. First it'll be that, then it'll be weaponized drones. And for some reason they think the public will accept robots in the sky because it's not the archetypal robot on its feet, but the treaded and legged robots. They've also got robots that look like dogs without heads that are gas-powered. Just type in ground robots or combat robots, and you'll see them. There's hundreds of them they've shown the public. And, of course, that stuff's 20, 30 years old. The classified stuff that I've been told about by multiple sources is just nightmarish. And mainly they're just big wheeled robots with guns all over them and hand grenade launchers. And imagine, again, already in a whole bunch of states they got robot 18-wheelers, robot cars on the roads with no humans on board. But what I was told about 10 years ago by some Marines that I later confirmed, I guess now 12 years ago, time flies, was they've got 18-wheelers or big treaded tanks that have a whole bunch of robots stacked up inside of them. And it just pulls up, ramp goes down, off rolls the robots or off walks the robots, and it's party time. But the really little nasty little buggers they've got, again, are like spiders or treaded ones too. And they're small. And they'll have one go up. It's basically a hand grenade with legs. It walks up to your front door, blows the door up, and then another one comes up behind it and goes in with a camera on it. Or they can be autonomous and just kill any life form they come in contact with. And then the little robot just comes in and kills you. And it's all your tax money. And they're putting cancer viruses in your vaccines and fluoride in your water. I mean, we are living in a science fiction crazy land. 25 years ago, they had robot rat cyborgs with brain chips that can carry explosives into your house. Oh, yeah, you didn't know about robo-bomb rats? Just search it. You'll pull it up. They've got roaches 20-plus years ago with a microchip on the head and a tiny wireless camera 25 years ago.
We're on the march. The empire.
Look, I know that I have a tendency to get on air and just start yelling and screaming. I mean, my government's been taken over by foreign banks who are open criminals, who openly every day call for global government, no liberty, technocracy, the end of freedom, the end of the family. They're eugenicists who say they want to kill us, who jack our food and water with all sorts of horrible stuff, and then give us treatments for what they've done to us. It's just total scum, and I declare independence from it. And I'm tired of it. And living in an awake state and knowing what they're doing to me and knowing what they're doing to you and then seeing the unconscious population starting to wake up a little, but still going, well, he's right about some stuff, but he's a kook. No, I'm not a kook. Okay, I'm a red-blooded human being. I'm an American, but I'm a human being first. And my country's under attack, and I'm sick of it. And let me tell you, Time Magazine, Newsweek, New York Times, CNN, every publication saying the Constitution's garbage, get rid of it. They are treasonous traitors. And I know they're globalist. Guys, will you print me the Cicero quote on the traitor? Cicero quote on the traitor. Traitors are the plague. I want to read that quote, or you can put it on screen. Traitors are the plague. And if these people aren't traitors, then I don't know what they are. If these people aren't traitors, then nobody is. I mean, it is disgusting. And because they got a bunch of fancy flim-flam media with a bunch of fancy teleprompters and $10 million sets, there's still some people that sit there watching this scum who practices acting real official and real authoritative in their appeal to authority. The media analysts and all the rest of them in the so-called mainstream media, who are a pack of crooks. And because they have almost no viewers now, because they have no credibility, because they know you're starting to wake up to them, they're now racing to start giant wars. They're now racing to start giant wars because they know in a war you will shut up and go along with the police state in history. War is the health of the authoritarian state. And we read you those breakdowns of that famous quote yesterday. All right, let me just do this while I get so hot. I get in here, I study the news, and then I go on air, and by the time I've gone over all this news, I'm hotter than a pistol. I mean, where to start? This is just so insane. Look at this headline in MSNBC. Okay, reported by the Associated Press. AP article posted in MSNBC. Now, here's another MSNBC article attacking myself and Gary Franchi because we believe Al-Qaeda is run by globalists. We're bad men. We're crazy. We're evil. We believe a global government's being founded by megabanks, which is publicly happening on the world stage. Headlines, Europe getting rid of all sovereignty, transferring to private banks. Giant taxes raised, people going homeless, thousands of children a day being handed over to the state because the parents are starving in Greece alone. Just mega banks appointing the new prime ministers and presidents of Greece and Italy and other places. Everything we said happening exactly as we said, with them announcing world government, and they write an article in NBC saying we're insane. That's because they have nothing but total hatred and contempt for you and your family. They think you are a moron idiot. And obviously you're not a moron idiot. I mean, local radio shows have more viewers than MSNBC. I mean, they're nothing. But again, they still put this big front on with their Janet Napolitano, Mr. Mathau, all those people they got on there. It's a joke. Fox News, a joke, all of it. You know, I have somebody telling me, oh, I got a new Fox show, and I want, they want you to be on it, and I got to tell them I can't even do it. I mean, I don't even want to be part of it. I just, you people, the whole thing's just a joke. It's all a big joke. It's all a big fraud, all a big scam. And I know where this road leads. I mean, it leads into Nazi Germany type stuff, Soviet Russia, Pol Pot, Khmer Rouge, Cambodia type stuff. I mean, it leads into the nastiest, stinking, technocratic Hades I can imagine, and then some. And it's just going to get crazier and sicker, and the poverty and the police state and the secret police and all of the garbage and all the toadies and all the control freaks given unlimited power to run roughshod over us. It's so humiliating. And it's painful to watch our country and the world and all systems of freedom having its throat slit and butchered. It's like watching a beautiful woman, the most beautiful woman you can imagine, having hundreds of cigarettes put out on her, and then her lips cut off and her eyelids cut off and then her guts hacked out of her. That's what it's like. It makes me sick. And I watch all these so-called men I see everywhere, a bunch of soft, pathetic, wannabe tough guys who make me want to throw up. You scum. Excuse me. The point is, you're in trances and you're in comas, and that's your problem. I shouldn't be angry.